We're out here. We're jamming.
Hello, hello.
Got Webby in the house. We got Spawner, Eggs, Colby. What up, Colby? I think I got a message from Colby. I'll have to check it out yet. We'll wait for this to get a bit lively and we'll kick off. LB, what up, love?
Hey guys.
What up?
Hey.
Still a chance of getting a gold OG Zuckbot. Yes, there is still a chance. I can confirm that a gold OG Zuckbot was not crushed. So all that can be confirmed at this time. So this will be interesting. Who's a lucky individual who actually gets it.
Is there only one gold OG?
Yep.
Nice.
One gold OG Zuckbot, you're going to get it. So whoever's been holding out on claiming yet, you're going to get an OG gold Zuckbot. But you know what? Something I feel better coming than the OG Zuckbot, which is a crushed Zuckbot. That will go on as well. That will be minted and will be available on chain. But Western House,
What's up, everybody?
Getting a bit of echo. Somebody's echoing me. Yo. We've got West in the house.
What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing? Happy Thursday.
West just did a food drop. We've not ate. We're tired. We need some nutrition. Sustenance. But yeah, excited about episode 1 of
what's the new saga called? Yeah, the story
Cross Saga. Who's excited? Who's excited? We've got to keep this going. It's gonna keep going. I like this little new swing of vibe we kind of got going on here.
The type of storytelling. It's been fun.
And the type of story. Yeah, what up, Neil Parsnip Hairs? All right, cool. I think we've got a lively enough lobby. So let's kick off. See what's going on in our world. All right. So this is more about you guys and gals and people and hooligans, yeah. But yeah, what's going on in our world? A lot of hard work. Simply, hence why we're tired. We've been going hard right now. The content, we're going hard on the mints. We're going hard on every certain aspect of it. Fundraising, absolutely everything. We're literally pushing to the limit right now, but we like it. It's what we need to do to get to where we need to be. So a lot of fun stuff going on. A lot of fun conversations being had, and yeah.
I think I need mechanical parts to make teleporters.
Is that what you need? Yeah, let's do it, bro. I'm all in.
Sounds good to me.
Lots of stuff. Lots of firing on all cylinders right now.
Definitely.
You know, we're in raise mode. We're in keeping the community happy mode. We're in mint modes. We're in puzzle mode. We're in storytelling mode. It's fully mode on right now. We're in music mode. We're in every single mode possible, and we want to definitely kind of end the year on a bit of a bang. So yeah, we are coming towards December, and we're not letting our foot off the pedal no matter what's going on in the market. And the market is tough right now. And hopefully we will get some bounce back, some relief in the market. But we're not going to stop. We're not going to take it as meaning that now everybody can take a break like most projects are. We got to go even harder.
Yeah, we got to keep going. The default position for us right now is just to make sure that we're thriving in the down market, because the more and more that we do that, that's essentially the moat that we're building for ourselves.
Exactly, and that's when the ball returns. There's going to be limited players left in there. It's interesting because every now and again I reflect back on the projects that came a little bit before us that were kind of like mad hyped, that came with us that were mad hyped. And some of them, did initially do better in terms of kind of floor price and value. That came after us at Mad Hyped, and they're nowhere right now. So big shout out to all of you who believed in us and continue to believe in us, because we're going to continue to do what we're doing. And in terms of news, what's going on? Got some good announcements to make soon in terms of kind of layer 2 chains and kind of partnerships in that space. We have been hunted down by absolutely every layer 2 chain. Every single one of them wants us to work with them, and every single one of them wants to throw money and resources at us as well. But we need to be very considered in terms of what we do with that. But we should have an announcement soon, and you're going to be very welcoming of the announcement. Like I said, we're we're in fundraising mode as well. We definitely want to kind of see, you know, a runway to be able to do
They
everything
drop mechanical parts. They're useful in so many ways.
All right. So Neil, sorry, but you've been muted now. It's the third strike. So yeah, lots of good stuff going on, and lots of news will be coming out in the next few weeks and months. We are now going to step into phase 3 of the Zuckbots as well, and you're going to get episode 1 of the new saga. Hopefully today. I did say I'll be coming. I did say we've got to get 999 likes. I doubt we're going to get 999 likes. It's going to come anyway. It's just a joke. But if we do, it'll be a nice little surprise. So yeah, I mean, we've not been kind of fans of, you know, engagement farming in that respect. It does have its purpose in terms of getting you followers. It does have its purpose in terms of getting you engagement. But really, what is it? It's like, you know, a balloon that you're pumping up full of hot air that will eventually burst anyway because nobody really cares. So yeah, onwards and upwards for us in terms of the game side. Everything going strong on the next release. So what we've done is we've essentially built on the new framework and architecture. Team deathmatch being built, different arenas for team deathmatch are being built, and yeah, what we're now starting to do. Sorry,
I'll keep this together.
You're being muted as well. Different arenas are being built, and we're actually bringing back, you know, the Hooligan verse or whatever it was, the original map, back into it now. I just had a look at the first ever view of grinding on the skateboard, so that's coming as well. As soon as I can get you some footage of that, I'll give you some behind the scenes footage on that. I think that's going to get people really excited. We're really leaning into that whole thing of kind of skateboarding and being the way you get around. So massively exciting things going on in the game development side, content side, exciting things going on. Upcoming mints again, like, you know, this isn't the end of the Zuckbot story. We still know there's how many bots left? At least 4 bots left out there, which you may have already seen. Or does anybody know that there's 4 other bots and what those bots are? Have we actually said anything about them?
No, we haven't.
We haven't. All right. There you go. Some of them might just be Twitter bots, basically. So yeah, onwards and upwards for us. We're in content creation mode again. We're in story mode, and we're in development mode, and we want to give you guys the next phase of benefits by being in the Zuckbot ecosystem. So I don't know. I think that's a bit of a general update. But, you know, this isn't about us giving you all an update. This is about us taking your questions and hearing from you all. So, yeah, let's hear them. How are you feeling right now? You know, how are you feeling about the general market? Do you not care? Like, just talk to us. What do you want to see more from us, less from us? We're open.
I've got a request for you all as well.
All ears. And West has got a request for you all as well. I don't know what it is, but we'll sure find out soon. And what's everybody in the States? Oh, what's going on here? Got some weird noises today. Could somebody else make that noise again so I can mute you?
Sorry, Harper, can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah, we can hear you. I heard you made underboss today.
Yeah.
Say it again?
You made underboss today.
Yeah, I did.
Finally.
Like 11.
Congrats. Trust.
That's one. We're gonna get you hooked up, man. We're gonna get you hooked up. All right, talk to us, Rabbit De Niro. How you feeling?
Feeling great. I spent some time this morning just trying to gather up some questions from people in the Hooligan chat that weren't going to be able to attend today. So I wanted to maybe go over some of those questions that were brought up and see what you guys had for a report. Can you hear me now? Sorry.
Oh yeah, we're good. I was just yeah. That was me.
Sorry. So, like I said, I spent some time getting some questions from people in the Hooligan chat this morning, and
appreciate that.
So one of the questions that was asked was, do we have a possible update for season 1, approximate date of season 1? Do we have any idea?
Yeah, we'll get you that in the next week or two, and we're going to do an update of the orange paper and roadmap accordingly. So we do have a timeline on that, but we will communicate that out formally.
Yeah, once we just get final sign off and kind of final think on it. It's been a pretty consistent topic of discussion here as far as just making sure that we're being clear with what we're, what you guys can expect from us. So, do expect some updates there.
It's likely it's going to be pushed back slightly, purely on the basis that we literally stripped down the whole game and had to rebuild it. So we did say we had to take a step back to take like 10 steps forward. So there will be a slight delay from what was on the orange paper originally in terms of the release of season 1, but it is coming. But we had to make it better. Otherwise, we'd be doing you all and ourselves a disservice. So there was an element of having to rebuild the whole thing, which we've made great progress on. So look forward to making that formal announcement on that. But great question. What else?
The other one is kind of along the same lines. Is basically the BattleBots version of the game. Time frame for BattleBots.
Yeah, so BattleBots, we always said it'd be probably late Q1 or early Q2 next year. So that's a bit of a longer burn on that one, but that's in development also.
Okay, the rest was just basic general sentiment about feeling as far as how the app or the app game, the mobile game would actually go. And one of the major concerns is how every single mobile app game only allows you to get to a certain point before it's almost necessary to pay in order to go any further.
Okay, interesting. All right, well, we definitely take that feedback on board. There's always an element of pain in these games, but we need to ensure that it's balanced. It won't be a case of you can only go this far or you've got to pay. That's definitely not the way we operate. This is supposed to be a fun game. It's supposed to be a fun game that's enjoyable for all ages, regardless of how much money you have. So that would be completely against our ethos.
And like we basically came to the same agreement when we were talking about it, was that having payment for seasonal charges, like it's season 1 and you got to pay $5 to play season 1 or whatever, and then each time new skins come out, that's usually an acceptable thing. But it's having to buy in advance a certain amount in order to go anywhere further is what sucks.
I know what you mean. I played one. I was in one of those games. I spent like $500 on it 1 year where I had to. It was like I can't remember the name. It was like a spaceship one. It's kind of like Space Invaders, but you had to like buy stuff to be able to actually compete certain levels, which isn't good. I don't like that model, and that's not a model we're going to follow at all. We want to make this thing as fully accessible as possible. Yeah, there will be skins, accessories. We've not really discussed whether there's going to be battle passes for that. I know there will be for the rabbit hole, but yeah, we don't want to make it just a matter of simply just say, hey, this could be a potential password. Just let's just charge.
Yeah,
it's not. It's gonna take the fun out of it, right? What fun does that? What fun is really in a game that you've got to pay to win? So pay to win has never been a formula that we want to follow. There's a lot of games who've tried it that made a little bit, but it's not sustainable, and generally gamers don't like it. So no pay to win on anything that we're doing. Interestingly, though, I'm excited because tomorrow we've got a call. I know Sony announced the integration of NFTs within their gaming world. We've got a call with them tomorrow morning, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Let's go, PlayStation.
Thanks.
All right, there's
a bit of alpha for you.
That's pretty much all I had for right now. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you, man.
Dude, I appreciate you actually, answering those questions.
Yeah, seriously. Thanks for just, showing the initiative there. We appreciate it.
Good stuff. I'm just reading up in the Discord. I just want to mention something. You guys have stated that you want your kids to play this game, and yet a ton of the content you create is weed-centric. I get it. It's pretty relevant. This seems to be the main focus. I really feel this team is deeper than that. Any thoughts? Yeah, we're 100% deeper than weed-centric. I mean, we're in California.
Yeah.
Weed is a very small part of the whole universe. But it's not necessarily weed the smoking. So you gotta wait to hear a little bit more on that. So
We've also, so we will have some updates there, and that is something that we've been more mindful of, as we start to kind of expand the general, just expectation and positioning of the project. There have been a lot of, exactly, Dennis. Yeah, there's been a lot of discussion on how much of that we want to include in the overall IP and branding. But,
and then, like if there's
bit.
any tailored experiences, if you want something a bit more hardcore, you can like turn on a setting so you get a little bit more hardcore version of the game. Because me and West are really we lean on the more edgy side.
Yeah, we'll always.
Exactly. But Colin will always kind of push back on things.
It's a healthy balance there, right? Yeah.
And similarly with movie, anything that we're doing, it's definitely something that we need to consider if we do want to make this global success. Like in Lord of the Rings, they've got weed, but it's called pipe weed. It's not really. They're not
like take a fat bomb or something.
What if the hooligans are just smoking parrots? Like, what harm is smoking? I mean, I've never tried smoking. Maybe it's quite fucking harmful.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. No, you've not missed it. We're on it right now. Any plans for the 1-year anniversary of the Genesis Hooligans drop? Why not, Dennis? Any ideas? What I do want to do, and I can't promise this right now, but I am pushing for an open day. Maybe that's something that can tie in with the 1-year anniversary, because it'd be good to see some of you. But we probably need to announce that ASAP, because if people want to travel, they can get out here. But that's something we definitely want to do. That's something that Hassan's been pushing on, and a few others have as well. I'm getting a bit of echo here.
I'd be so stoked to be.
We're going to meet you all. We're going to have some food. We're going to have some food trucks. We're going to go. Going to go to the pub after. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a great time. Dennis is all in. Yeah, definitely going to keep it safe too. All right, any other kind of questions been coming through?
Yeah, I have a question. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, I actually have a handful of, not a handful, maybe just 3. Okay, so specifically on Zuckbots, how many phases are there going to be, and how long do you project this Zuckbot saga to last? Like, are we expecting to get Zuckbot content through the rest of the year, or like will it be over in the next 2 weeks?
Yeah. There'll be. We're hoping to do another activation before the end of the year, and then we'll probably be doing a couple in Q1 as well. And then the Zuckbots whole saga should. It won't be over, but in terms of the actual release of the Zuckbots, that'll be done by then. But they'll always continue to be part of the storyline.
Yeah, the truth is we do have a long roadmap and kind of thinking on this project, so you can expect future activations. But we're gonna have more of a full court press over the course of the year.
Then we've got to move into the other side.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a whole new saga. It's a whole new season right there.
I'm actually really stoked about that one.
Yeah. All right. That looks like one of the others there. Who's stolen plans from the studio? Kind of confused. People are telling me I can use an Xbox controller, but I'll need a specific type. No, you can use you should be able to use an Xbox controller.
And Love Bug, I know you had a couple other questions, by the way.
I did. On the specifically, you mentioned roadmap, so it's sort of 2-part question. You have mentioned that the Zuckbots have their own roadmap and utility. Would this be formally announced in terms of like an orange paper for the Zuckbots? And speaking of the orange paper, would the orange paper that we have right now be updated anytime soon?
Yes. So the orange paper we definitely need to update within the next couple of weeks. The Zuckbot roadmap is already out there. You have to decipher it,
and we will also include that into the actual updates of the orange paper as well, just so that we can kind of be clear about those expectations. We've been cryptic about it just for a bit of fun.
It's fun. It's more fun. We like to. There's a play where you have to balance the seriousness with the fun, and in terms of us being front facing, forward facing, transparent company who want to do our best by you all and make sure you've got all the information. We definitely want to provide all that, but we still want to have a bit of fun with it as well. So do try and let us have a little bit of fun.
but that's it. We will be releasing more on that book.
All right, you don't need to be an experienced gamer either to play this game, by the way. But I want that pizza slice roast money. I really need it right now. I'm hungry.
Sorry,
that's
Well,
that.
do you have another question here as well?
Oh, yeah. Last question. Fundraising. You guys probably can speak a whole lot about it, but I'm just sort of curious. Whatever you can share in terms of how it's going.
I'll share some of it. So we're closing up the token round very soon, probably in a week or two. So that'll be closed. We will have got a nice chunk of funding there. We'll probably make a press release announcement on what that is and who the partners are that are involved. All great strategic partners. And we've started a Series A round right now. We've just entered into that. We've already got one partner. We literally just started it. We've already got one very serious big name in the crypto space that's partnering with us.
Very, very excited about that.
Very excited about that, and they've already taken a ticket in Series A, and we just kicked it off. So we're having conversations all the time, investor calls, investors coming through, taking a look at what we're doing, and everybody's, thankfully, most of them are really blown away by what we're doing and the way we kind of set up to run this and develop this whole thing. And that's a massive blessing. Like this, what we're doing almost sells itself. And the community participation in what we do is a massive, huge
component, by the way. I think it's one of the things a lot of the investors seem to echo pretty consistently is that you guys have an amazing community.
Exactly.
The people in your community are a real driver of interest. And we appreciate that. And ultimately, even given just the macroeconomic conditions out there and everything that's happening in crypto, we're very, very grateful and lucky that we're positioned well, given that we're not only a Web3 company, but we're also very much so an animation technology company. All of our background
and gaming.
Yeah, primarily in tech and gaming and kind of traditional storytelling. So we've been able to position ourselves and build out some security there. So
yeah, so I look forward to announcing some. I think one announcement on the first company in on the Series A will be being made probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So they're gonna get a lot of
some press going out with that.
Yeah, there's some press going out with that. So you'll hear about that in the next 2 to 3 weeks, and that's definitely a big look for us as well. And fully market that out. I mean, yeah, Last Frag, an interesting point. Not speaking against the edgy, I'm speaking it seems to be the only thing that content is being created around. I think the team's super talented dealing with that. 100% agreed. I guess maybe this is maybe a little bit to do with the bonus short. By the way, every faction has its own short.
Right.
It's just the bonus one we did first.
Yeah.
The one that I'm super pumped about, I just saw a little snippet of it the other day, is the Rogue Jumper short.
It was awesome.
It's basically, I'm just going to give you a bit of a tease on this. It's like a training scene in Rocky.
It's great.
It's like a training montage scene. It's like I might need to switch factions after that Rogue Jumper shot comes out. Because that's all me. That's all me.
And then I should also say, that bonus short, obviously every faction will have its own short, but this is really a stress test of our internal kind of like high quality animation pipeline. There's just things that we want to start to test these various things out and just push the Unreal Engine a little further, things like that. So yeah, expect to see more in that regard. It won't be all weed themed.
Yeah, 100. I'm sorry, Dennis. I'm only joking. I'm still pump bunnies for life. Drop Bear Dad. Amazing work you're doing. I love all of that. And hopefully, we did have a chat with Colin. We should be getting the FBX files out for the Zuckbox soon as well. So and on Ini as well. Some alpha on the Zuck boxes are the new bots inside. Maybe something that you never thought.
Not going to say right now.
Not going to say anything. It'd be a shame to kind of give that away, but maybe it's something you've never even thought about. So let's see what happens. All I can say is there's been a lot of speculation that it'd be the others are in the box. I mean, that'd be a bit cruel to put other in the box and leave it there for a considerable amount of time without air or oxygen. So definitely something in the box. I want new weapons for the Genesis Hooligan. I don't think that was a plan either, Dennis, but you know what? We can probably do that. Let's see. There's a lot we can do. We can always be dynamic in what we do. Hidden audio messages in rare bots, always hidden messages in everything we do. The zombies, the bots resurrected after being crushed. You just have to wait and see. It'd be interesting to see a zombie Z-bot. You're just gonna have to wait to see what happens there. But yeah, sorry, man. I'm just going off and reading the Discord here. But any kind of questions, anything that's on your mind, anything you want to share with us, anything you're feeling, anyone need any emotional support from Obi Wan Kenobi, we're here.
Happy to give it.
I'm excited about getting episode 1 out. It's going to be a nice little chill episode. We're not going to get too intense with it.
Yeah,
but it's going to be a nice little setup. So this is a reverse AMA. What do you guys need from me? Dennis, this is more about you guys telling us. I'm not even supposed to be talking in this. You're supposed to be talking to me.
All right, real quick. So I'll say also in regards to that first episode of our next new saga going through, I will find I had a lot of fun doing this. I played Zucky on this one, so I was very proud of that acting performance. So
yeah, what we do need from you all is just constant feedback loop. We need you to just everything that we put out there, like it, comment it, retweet it, really kind of push on all that stuff. Otherwise, we're just having a real lot of fun. But Obi's got a question for you.
I got one for everybody. Okay, so going these next few weeks, we're revamping quite a bit. Certainly on our branding side, there's a website, staking dashboard, all sorts of stuff. Things that we know that there have been loose threads on that we're really making an effort to be cleaning up. And I want to just put an APB out to all of you, and just wanted to say if you guys can find other, whether it's other websites or other features or nuances in other projects that you particularly like, we would really, right now is the time I'd really like to hear that feedback and like to kind of get that coming through. This is sort of an open general question, but we want to get that feedback coming in. Because as we're making changes and updating things, I just want to make sure that we're getting your guys' kind of 2 cents there.
Phantom Galaxies is fire from the sounds of it. All right, so there's the listen to Elvex. He's good with that stuff.
Yeah, no, I've been talking to him about it.
So that's an ask. But this is supposed to be about what you all want from us. That's what the reverse AMA is.
I think the Rick and Morty staff.
Well, you know what? I actually just saw one of our designers is working on a portal right now as well. But a little bit of alpha there. But I want to hear from you all. So let's hear from you.
NBA is to the moon.
Thank you.
When will the 3D Hooli faces come into the shop? How's the intern pouring the epoxy? Never stops. Yeah, never stops.
They're looking good too.
Yeah, they're looking good.
So those shop updates, I will say, too, are part of this
website,
this update that I'm talking about.
We need a serious website update, but we're not necessarily going to take away from the look and feel, but we just need it to look. We need it to be the best out there, and currently.
Yeah, it needs a lot of improvement. We know that, so we're really, we're dialing in hard on that. So if you guys got thoughts there, please let us know.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Is there
Say that again.
Will we be able to pimp our bots, like replace arms with another ones and switch parts from each?
Yeah, that's more than likely coming in the mobile when the mobile game's ready. That's likely. Maybe we'll get a visual wallet up earlier than that, where you can actually accessorize or change things up. But that's not in the next few weeks. Not in the next few weeks, but definitely something in the plan. And on the roadmap. I'm just running through some of the questions here. The reasons Zuckbots don't have JPEGs for people who want a PFP. There is, all right, so it's a GIF, isn't it?
Yeah, right now it's a GIF, yeah.
Right, let's see what we can do about that for you.
Yeah,
let's see. What we could potentially do is just, maybe when we go live with the FBX file.
We can, I think.
Yeah. All right, so, okay. It's a good shout. Adi Yud. So that's on the plan. Are you guys going to invent a way for us to eat in the metaverse? 100%. 100%. I need to eat right now. Have you thought about making a game subscription game? This way you'll generate constant cash flow. You might want to see percentage with all this. A game subscription game. I don't know what that means, but there will be mechanisms by which we will generate revenue through the game. So hopefully that'll be in there. You guys made me miss the final 30 minutes on my first ever Star Wars. Which one are you starting with?
Yeah,
starting with number 4 or number 1? That's the main question.
Yeah.
That's the main question, Dennis.
Yeah, you want to start? Yeah. Let's start with episode 4. Are you starting Phantom Menace? All right.
Yeah, NFT. When's the official launch target? We're gonna probably give you an update in the next couple of weeks on the revamped roadmap.
What
looking forward to that. We started with Phantom Menace. It's not a bad movie. I've got nothing against Phantom. I like the one that comes after Phantom Menace. What's that called?
That's Clone Wars.
Clone Wars. Yeah, I like that one.
I've got a lot to say on each of those. I'm gonna I don't know. I'd start with Phantom Menace. I'm curious to get your thoughts.
Yeah, real estate in the rabbit hole for Playboys. Only for Playboys. Coming to there you go, Fanties. All right, cool. We got a packed lobby in here. I want to hear more from you. I can't talk this much. Like, come on. Sky Apple, when are you learning to drive on the right side of the street? Never.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, it's a constant hazard over here.
This is a great suggestion.
This is a great. Yeah, I love it. So maybe your website can have something for essentially each faction section, or factions can enter in their own section. I think that's a great shout. I really dig that. And there's probably a lot that we could sort of double click on there. No pun intended.
Did the IMI OS account get hacked? Have we got an IMI OS account?
The IMI OS.
I don't know. I'll have to look into that.
Okay, we'll take a look. I hope not, and we gotta do a little due diligence there.
All right. So back to you all. Like, I want to know what you want to see in the next few weeks. What do you want to see? What do you think we've not been doing enough of? What do you want to see? I mean, we've been doing a lot. So if somebody thinks we've not been doing enough of something, I'll be rather disappointed. Will partners be purchasing Hoolies as part of your deals you make? Yeah, definitely. Some partners have been already. So. Hence the reason why we're maintaining a pretty solid floor price despite everything going on in the wider market right now. PS4 controller compatibility in game, can't play keyboard for shit. Yeah, 100% drop there, Dad.
We'll see about that one Bitcoin.
Revamped staking dashboard, again, massively important. Yeah, the staking dashboard can be a hell of a lot better, so that will be getting revamped. There'll be K-Gold integrations on the website as well. It's just going to be a much more fun,
it's a smoother experience. We know that it's been a clunky ride for us. We've kind of gone through. We've learned a lot from it, so it's something that we know needs improvement. So stay tuned there. And again, we appreciate your feedback on it. Things that you think we could do better, ways that if you got any specific features or things like that, please shoot them our way.
Good stuff. I'm going to check into this IMI thing. They also sell the base C they had in IMI a few weeks ago. Did they?
We need to go. Take a look at that.
Yeah, I did take a bit of a look at that.
Yeah, they sold it.
All right, there you go. All right, we'll take a look at. Will there be a campaign for the MPH game? Always love campaigns. I love campaigns as well. There you go. You heard it from West. I will. I want to hear some voices, people. I want to hear some. I want to see voices. Well, do our 3D animators like to hold some VC chat lessons? 100%. Why not? That's a great suggestion.
Yeah, great call.
All right, drop there, Dad. You need to hold us to that. So I want you in my DMs. I want you to ensure that we do that. Let's make that happen. How often do you want it? Do you want it once a week, every fortnight? Like, just tell us a bit about what you want. Rugs Bunny, that is me driving. You can ask the NFT Ant. He's definitely experienced that with me.
The most horrifying couple of minutes of my life.
I remember. There you go, man. Good to hear you.
I remember.
I thought you were enjoying it, man.
I remember you guys talking about driving.
Smile on my face and gripping your car. I probably did damage to the side of your car the way I was gripping onto it.
Yeah, no. It's basically the NFT Ant visited the studio, and then I was like, you know what? Forget getting an Uber. I got you. You're not so far away from me, so I got you.
Yeah, right.
And then I think he regretted that decision.
The NFT Ant when that car got here, me and Scott Hopper were driving. Yeah, it's like holy fuck, man.
Yeah, it was like I was like, oh, do you want to go on the scenic route? It was like, yeah, why not? So then I took him up the Hollywood Hills, and I was switching lanes. Definitely a bit of drift in there. Definitely some dangerous maneuvers.
Yeah, he told me that he took you on a joyride. I was like, oh Jesus.
Yeah, I never knew. I'd get
how happy he was to get out of the car at the end.
I didn't think I'd make it to my Holy 50th.
I don't know what was said, but Colby, when we do an open day at the studio, whoever wants to jump in for a ride with me, we'll do it.
I don't know about that. There might be some liability issues.
We'll have to get some insurance. This is super chilled birthday I made today. It's not too intense.
Tell you what, Fankeys, ping us about that about getting your Hooligan.
Oh wow.
Oh,
dude, please, Ghost Bunner, please put that on Twitter.
that's
Let me
great.
retweet that.
That's great.
So cute.
Is drive-in going to be added to the game at some point?
Okay, so this is a long-term so yes, eventually, but that's also in the eventually category. That is not something that's going to be in V1 or Season 1 or anything like that.
Ghost Bunner, I need you to post this right now, sir.
It's a great image.
Oh, sorry, you were saying something.
Yeah,
I missed it.
I was just talking about driving.
Driving in game. All right, come on. Keep the questions coming. Love the baby legs, baby. Maybe we should put baby legs in the sub boxes. That definitely rivals QTs. How come we never thought about that?
That's great. I freaking love that.
Wait till Colin sees that. It's going to be so
he's going to love that. Yeah.
Can you send carrots to another account in the future? We can send carrots to specific hooligans.
Yeah.
So we can start to integrate that as a reward system.
Yeah. I don't know if that's kind of what you're referring to, NFTN, but yes, we can.
Do we have a 2.0 release range? We're going to communicate that within the next couple of weeks with an upgrade to the orange paper and the roadmap.
And also something else on that front too. I know that we should really be getting you guys have a new 2.0 trailer as well. To get something that you can share.
There you go. New 2.0. Yeah. NFTs has been asking that. New 2.0 trailer coming soon, baby. I'm excited. Also, a bit of alpha for you. Since nobody else is talking, I'm just trying to think of things to say here.
Merch on its way, Dennis.
Merch on its way. We will be at GDC next year, and we will be at what's the other one? What's the huge gaming event?
GameCon, E3.
E3, yeah. I think we're going to be at E3 as well. So we're going to be at some massive events next year. E3 and GDC. We're definitely making a play for the big time. We're definitely going to prove ourselves against the best, quote unquote, Web 2 games out there as well. Any chance we get discounts at GDC and E3, we will have to find out soon.
See what we can do. We'll have to look into that, but if we can, we'd love to get those.
E3, baby. I used to stay in E3 in London as well.
Really?
Above E3, yeah, for a while. Everybody from London will know about it. Don't tweet about. We're not going to tweet about it till everything's fair and we're going. We'll tweet about it. We'll tweet about it like we did with the Las Vegas event on the day.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, by the way, we're here.
We got told after that. So yeah, we'll be. I mean. Don't buy tickets yet.
Hey, let us make sure. Please don't buy tickets yet. But that is something
that's the
official thumbs up on that.
It's strongly looking like we're going to be at both of those. And these are the places to be. These are places to be. These are the places to demonstrate your skills and capability and demonstrate your brand. Hey, by the way, we're in Vegas in 3 minutes. Yeah, that's exactly
that was our bad, guys.
Yeah, it was our bad, but we weren't originally going to go, and then last minute it made us an offer we couldn't refuse, and we're like, okay, let's go.
Yeah. In fairness, me and Skyhopper weren't even there.
Me and Skyhopper, I'm Skyhopper. Yeah, we weren't allowed to go. So there's a little bit more alpha for you. What other alpha have we got? I've already said.
Hey, Luke, I got a question for you.
Yes, let's go.
So within our tech stack, having IMI, having Hooligram, having facial animation, I'm assuming other projects are, looking to us to maybe utilize that or buy it from us, white label it. What areas of our technology are you finding people are most interested in?
A lot of them are most interested in the piloting of the NFT technology right now.
On the animation
technology side. On the IMI and Hooligram side of things. So that's where most are knocking on our door. They are also interested in getting in auto versions when Interloop comes to fruition. But ultimately we won't be developing everybody's auto verses. That'll be on them to develop their own experiences. We'll provide tools. We need to focus and keep our development team focused on the rabbit hole, because the rabbit hole is not going to be, here's a game, it's out. It'll be seasonal releases, seasonal updates, more maps, gameplay modes, emphasis on certain things. We want to make it we want it out there for decades and beyond.
Right.
You know, and that's the ultimate aim. So our development focus is going to be on what we're doing, not on what others are doing. We're providing them a value add. When you provide somebody a value add, you don't necessarily have to do everything for them either. But yeah, majority right now is on those things, and it's because you know they a lot of these projects, and no disrespect to any projects, but you know they lack any real kind of use case aside from community, which is a strong use case for sure. And you know the other reason why some NFTs, particularly art-based NFTs, do well is because you know they are art-based. So the core function of NFTs so far is, for most projects, has been community and art, right? And we're kind of taking that one step further. And you know, so are the other game projects that are doing good things out there. And there are definitely a few good game projects out there, but we are the best. Let me just make that clear. Been a while since I visited
That's
Studio
awesome.
Epic Games. Reached out for anything Web3 related, integration, MPH, and Fortnite. We've not spoken about MPH and Fortnite, but we are really tight with Epic. I think last time they were in was a couple of months ago, but you know that line is always on, and that's a line we tap into pretty much quite often. But yeah, as and when we've got more to share on that, we will let you know. Cool.
Now we're gonna have to jump here in a second, guys. We've got another call coming up.
Yeah.
Just wanna.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, so I know Coldplay. Coldplay is going to start working on their new album soon as well.
Yeah.
So Coldplay, if you don't already know, are investors in AMGI Studios, or early investors in the studio.
You got it, Dennis.
I mean, it's pretty cool, right? To be able to say that Coldplay.
No, we're very
Coldplay, part of your company. So yeah, we can continue to lean on Coldplay for things, but we are doing some really kind of interesting things that we've not made public yet, and I can't say anything about, but you know, definitely something in the K-pop world, and definitely something in the music world as well. So we're going to say a little bit more on that in due course. I don't like to say anything until you know the ink is dry on certain things. But you know, we're constantly pushing the boundaries, and we're constantly, you know, wanting to push ourselves, and we're constantly having communications and conversations with, you know, great parties out there who want to work with us. And you know, even with some individuals, like you know, we'll reach out to certain partners that we want involved, and we'll showcase what we've got. So that's something else that we're consistently doing. So there is a hell of a lot that goes on behind the scenes that you don't see. But it's all for one focus, which is to ensure that we make this project the best possible project we can. And all our focus is on My Pet Hooligan. That's our focus. That's it. So
this is what we're doing, guys.
Yeah. That's it. That's it. Our full focus at the studio is on My Pet Hooligan. Just in case there's any, you know, I know a while ago, you know, we talked about the Netflix stuff, but that's our main focus is My Pet Hooligan.
Yeah, this is 1,000%. This has got all of our focus.
All right. Okay. Cool. I think we got to go. We got to prep for another call. Got a call coming up soon with a potential investor. So we're going to jump off onto that. Any final questions before we go? This has been a pretty chill reverse AMA.
You got it, Dennis.
It's a bit different. But yeah. Apart from NFTs, how can retail investors get involved in the investment of MPH?
We might have more information on that, you know, coming soon. We're constantly discussing that, but obviously we need to be kind of tight-lipped about that, especially as the regulatory space is still figuring a lot of things out. You know, we want to give all of our people as many opportunities to share the wealth here, but there's, you know, we're sort of hamstrung as well. So there will be more information, but not much we can really comment on.
Yeah, so Drop Bear Dad, I love that. Thank guys. Go make us some money. 100%. That's what we want to do. Make you money, we all make money together. But you know, it's with this, it's, you know, money's a big thing, but it's about legacy as well. Yeah. It's about having a global brand. Like, you know, that's really our
what this is. Yeah,
you know, we see, and others, you know, all the investors we're talking to, they really see the potential in My Pet Hooligan as a global brand. You know, they see the game, they love the game, but you know, we can be something huge. And the character, the style, and everything we're doing around the little cheekiness, the naughtiness, just kind of, puts us in a position that there's very few in this industry in right now. Luckily, we chose some cheeky rabbits and not humans.
Yeah. But guys, none of this would be possible without all of you.
100%. So
very, very apparent how much value you as our community bring to the table. We're all doing this together, and we could not be more just more grateful for you. So thank you for all of the love and the support and the nonstop energy. We appreciate you guys.
And to Dennis's point, what do we want from you all? What we want is just whatever you're already doing, that's good enough for us. We're doing a lot of hard work behind the background. You guys continue to talk about us, continue to share the content we put out.
Seeing your excitement,
seeing your excitement, seeing you talk, just seeing active Discord, makes me really happy.
Me too.
I don't know if any of you have been in some of these other Discords. They're not a nice place to be in if there are any messages going on. So you guys are literally keeping us alive right now, and please continue to do so. And we'll do all the hard work we need to do in the background. We'll sacrifice sleep, we'll sacrifice our lunch, we'll work our asses off to ensure that we're providing for you all too. And that's exactly where our focus is. And I can't with the conscience that I have is not work my ass off for you all, because you all have trusted us, you've put faith in us, you've shown us a massive amount of respect, you believe in us, and I just want to do absolutely everything I can to make you all proud. And with that, I guess that's our parting words for today. This wasn't the most intense reverse AMA, but I've enjoyed it still. It's a nice little chat.
We appreciate and enjoy connecting with you guys as much as we can. So thank you.
All right, let's talk soon.
Peace. Take care, gang. Peace.
Later.